It's your boy Slimy Lou, and I got a crazy video for you guys, man. I got a question for you guys. Who do y'all think will win this wide receiver cornerback matchup between Will Johnson and Marvin Harrison Jr.? Now, I know a lot of you Michigan fans and a lot of fans out there, you know, they hate Ohio State, and Ohio State fans hate Michigan. But I'm Ohio State fans, and I love y'all corner and Will Johnson, man. I think Will Johnson is a stud, man. Like, he was a freshman last year, and once Harbaugh started playing this guy, he was just locking up everybody that stood across him. He was locking them up. I don't know what happened in the TCU game with Quentin Johnston, but Quentin Johnston was a hell of a football player, you feel me? And Will Johnson, he's just a freshman. But I got a question for y'all. Next year, 2023, who y'all think gonna win this matchup between Will Johnson and Marvin Harrison Jr.? Do you think Marvin Harrison Jr. is gonna come back from blood for what Michigan did on November the 25th last year? Or is Marvin Harrison Jr. gonna show up, go over $150 on Will Johnson? Now, for me, man, I'm gonna be unbiased with this situation. I'm gonna go off recency, but I think this corner right here in Will Johnson, I think he is a great corner. You feel me? This is what's making this so hard for me, but I'm about to tell y'all who I think is gonna win this matchup. Here we go. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. will win this matchup against Will Johnson. Now, in my last video, I said Marvin Harrison Jr. will win a matchup against Travis Hunter, which was a great video. But Will Johnson, I feel like Marvin Harrison will have this on lock. You feel me? A lot of people say Will Johnson had Marvin Harrison Jr. on lock last year versus the Michigan game, when that wasn't true, because I rewatched the film and Michigan was doing a whole lot of bracket coverages on Marvin Harrison Jr. Not even Georgia could stop Marvin, you feel me? But that don't stop me from giving Will Johnson his credit. I'm not saying he can do it, but that's just my opinion. Will Johnson, he is a hard hitter. I was just sitting right here watching some of his highlights because I was wondering why Michigan been good these last year, but I could clearly see y'all been recruiting better, and Will Johnson was a 5-star corner out of Michigan. This guy is a stud. He's a baller, man. He comes up, he'll hit you. Like, I ain't never seen a freshman corner come up and just lay wood. You feel me? He come up and he straight lay wood. But I feel like one-on-one with just him and Marv on the island, I feel like Will Johnson, you know, would most likely get ate up. I'm not biased or anything. I'm just being honest. I feel like Marv is just too big. His routes are too precise. His speed is great. He's bigger than Will Johnson. I think Will Johnson, he got fluid hips. He can maybe stay with him, but I'm talking about can he transition with him? That's different, because you could stop one route, but can you stop his second, third, and fourth route? That's where it get real tricky for Will Johnson, and that's when experience and coaching comes in hand, because I seen Will Johnson struggle versus Quentin Johnston. I think in that playoff game, Quentin Johnston went over $150 on Will Johnson. You feel me? But according to college football experts, Will Johnson is one of the top returning corners. I think he was like number 3 on the list that I was looking at. I'll just post it right here, but he was very high on their list for next year. So in 2023, I feel like Marvin going to win this matchup. Marvin Harrison, he got his high school quarterback, so he got great chemistry with him. And I just feel like Marv is just an unstoppable wide receiver. He's the number 1 ranked wide receiver coming back for 2023. But Will Johnson, man, I wouldn't be surprised if he show up, show out. Now, can he hold him under 100 yards? I don't know, because I feel like this next Ohio State Michigan game is one of the biggest games ever. So if he can go out and hold Marv under 100, that would be great. And that would be crazy. You feel me? But I don't know, man. Y'all tell me in the comment section who y'all got in this particular matchup. I got Marvin Harrison Jr. Of course, I think cornerback play is important, but I'm taking the size, 6'3", the route running, the precise route running, the game changing ability, just the playmaking. what he does, even if he ain't getting the ball, how he just draw attention. It's like he like Curry out there on secondary. It's like you got to show so much attention. You got to put 2-3 people on him. And I feel like it'll just be too much for Will Johnson to handle one-on-one without no help. Now with help, I think he could hold him with help, because we already seen that. But one-on-one, just him one-on-one, man-to-man on the island, I don't think he could stay with him. I don't think he could stay with him, y'all. But it's your boy, the Slimy Lou. Y'all tell me. I'm open to Michigan fans' opinions. I'm open to that. I don't care if you feel like I'm biased. If I'm hating, that's fine. I welcome all trolls. But like I said, I got Marvin Harrison Jr. in this matchup. Make sure y'all like up, subscribe up to the channel, man. It's your boy, Slimy Lou. Love you guys. Peace.